Bitcoin is going to zero.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another episode to Trading with OC. So, guys, welcome. Great to have you guys around. Well, we have two shorts, almost all reversing on us. We should already have been taking some profits. I think we have more downside, but we have the breakout retest. Of course, we did front run those shorts. It happened very nicely. Something that I'm not liking, but it is what it is. Tech one stopped out. That is fine. Segment, it is just bursting. So let's get it. All right, so let me get started with you guys really quickly. Hey, T-Dub, what's up? Wixwide Fine 89, how's it going? Good to have you around. All said, hey, brother, what's up? Welcome. JB, Hulk Smash, welcome, brother. Great to have you around. Rosh Karan, why? Linia, I'm not sure that, but welcome. Great to have you here. Great to have you around. All set. Double shout out, Spee, Mr. Spee, how's it going, brother? Welcome. Ooh, today's stream is high def, is it? Oh, really? I don't know. I have a pretty good connection. It says excellent connection. Maybe. Super nice. I guess YouTube not rocking today. Yeah, absolutely. 720. Oh, we should be 1080, by the way. Be 1080. Not sure. What's up, KDGT? Welcome, my friend. Great to have you around. Great. All right. So it seems like things here doing great here. Here I have my little buddy bringing me his little ball. It just got him this at Costco. Massive. And he just it's supposed to be outdoors, but this guy just keeps bringing it up here, and then he just push it, like really push it in like next to me. I'm gaming. So hey, Paul Caruso, what's up? Welcome Kelly finding the house. Where is it going? Great to have you around. Let's get it. Let's go to the charts. Let's take a look at what we're gonna be doing, and of course those testing the waters. I think they played out very nicely. Okay, so it was I just needed to refresh this. Let's go to link. Perfect. Nice that we took some profits in here. I know this is not a great trade, but look at that, man. I mean, itty bitty. Well, we just take what it's get, right? At the end of it all, what we're doing, we're just staying in that trade. All right, so very nice so far. I remember that we also are taking 30-minute trades. Went back, already taking some profits. Move our stop to entry, stopped out at entry, and at gains. So I still believe that we're going downwards, right? I still believe that we're going downwards in here. We're gonna be preparing for the next setup. Something important that is happening that is kind of like baffling a little bit. It is that right now we should be pumping, right? We have a double divergence. This is not a double divergence. This is two divergences, right? They are, yes, they have the same centroid, but they are diverging out of two zones, all right? And then we have right here a blue dot, right? So on that, well, we're still below the zero line. We're still bearish, right? Yes, we have already that, not only the flip of the ribbon. I think I can consider that as a flip of the ribbon. Very vanilla flip of the ribbon, right? Very flattish, like just like in here. Maybe going for that double bottom. And then, well, I think that we are flipping back up in trending here, right? So what should we be expecting? More ranging. That's it. More ranging. Something important that I want to bring up, it's gonna be my setup in here. Something that I've been turning off for some reason. Oh yeah, it's because I changed this. It was my where is it? My dashboard. Where is my dashboard? Here it is. All right, so I don't want optimal tuning, but I do want something that's normal. Bottom right, perfect. I want to see volatility, prime score, and prophecy at the time. Well, maybe I can go without prophecy, but absolutely I want consolidation. All right, so let's click that up. Let's wait for these to load. And that is way bigger than I was expecting. So let's go transform that into, yeah, let's go to small. Let's move it. Let's see if that fixes it. A thing. And come on. It cannot. Yeah, all right, perfect. I think that is acceptable. All right, another thing that I see is that we're just 4 in 3. Optimal tuning. I don't want this optimal tuning. Let's just get rid of that. Where is optimal tuning on the dashboard? Come on. Time score. All right. Yeah, I get it. Oh, it's this one. All right, so I just need to go ahead and turn that off. Sorry for that. There it is. All right, much better. So far we have. Ooh, well, I cannot move it back, but it is where it is, somewhere around here. All right, perfect. So we already have some tiny candles in here. One tiny candle, another green candle. We're supposed to be having that flip up. That's playing out nicely. But look at that. Our volatility, pretty low volatility. Prime score, it is still pretty low. And our consolidation score is still like random. So we are consolidating. I mean, no, not really, not much of a change. So we're still bearish. That means that we are at 5 consolidation, 5 out of 10. So we are in the middle of that consolidation, right? So maybe we can wait for more, or we could be expecting more consolidation and this slightly bearish consolidation downwards, right? So we're still aiming for our first area of entry at 2102 and the next one at 2018. So we'll look for the flipping here, maybe a fake out, because I believe that we can still do another fake out like this. All right, and we're gonna try to position ourselves with the same 1/4 of an entry, but it's going to be at the top for a possible short, right? What is going to define that short? Of course, the rejection of the 0 line or the crossover backwards from top to bottom on that 0. Hey, we have Jesse Yillock, what's up, brother? Welcome. Great to have you here, my friend. Thank you for spending a little bit of your time. Hey, total, nice. Crypto total, right? 3:10 a.m. Really appreciate you, buddy, stopping out in here at that time in the morning, or at night. Really means a lot to me. Thank you, buddy. Love it. All right, so far doing great. We're gonna be looking for that area of a re-entry. I'm gonna be setting an alert a little bit lower here at 22.29 for a possible short. Right, this is not a confirmed short. This is the intention trade. It's still, I'm gonna be trying to take it. All right, it's gonna be something like this. Stop loss above this high or above these areas, and then give myself that wiggle room. And then I'm gonna be aiming, like to the support zone right in here, because we have a big area. There we go. Right here, right? So perfect, much better. And then, well, then we're gonna be looking for a continuation trade to the downs. Guys, please give me 1 second. I need to mute this minute. There it is. All right. So other than that, seems like we might be having that rejection today. Keep your eyes peeled, set your set alerts, and let's go check out, for example, BNB. So today in the early morning, remember morning market report, we were talking about this taking profit. So our first taking profit here, it was a good support area. We weren't having at that moment a flip of the ribbon, but we ended up to having it. We have our next reversal candle out, and then as you can see right there, right here, the candle closure, also peak performance, next candle right in here, your setup for at least taking some profits, right? It's not about the breakout, it's about the retest, and seems like we are on rejection zones right now. See, rejection zones, maybe to come back down. Yes, we are above the 0 line, but we have not yet make it above the dynamic reactor. So we're going to be looking for another short entry. Important. At this point, I'm out of this trade because it already have taken me out. All right, I already have collect 50% of my profits in here, and then it took me out. Perfect. So what I'm gonna be doing, it is trying to get a little bit of a better entry in here. I still can go a little bit higher. Let's bring up the rest of our indicators. If I have anything somewhere around there. Well, it seems like we can actually go a little bit higher. There we go. Look at these two areas. So I'm gonna be aiming for this possible area of entry right here and setting up an alert. Here it is. And of course, my alert wants to be a little bit lower so I can take action as soon as possible. I'm still going to be looking for that retracement. Why is that? Because of Bitcoin. Let's do analyze Bitcoin right now. Let's just get rid of this thing in here and of course get rid of this area. You'll notice that I have a cleaner chart than before, right? That is because it is a new chart in here. We made fun out of a we actually did a little fun of some targets that we looked at internet, right? It was, or it is, a, I don't know, maybe we could be wrong, but still I think it's a little funny to see it right now, right? But think of those prices at this point with not that much of that information. So this analyst was saying, hey, I'm gonna be shorting at 121, right? 400, perfect. Now he's underwater. barely, right? And then my first taking profit is going to be somewhere around 105. Perfect. I mean, that makes sense, right? He's going for the bottom of this huge order block. And this hiccup, maybe in between those two areas. All right, perfect. That's fine. And then I'm going to be looking at this 85K. All right, still good. I've been looking for this other area right down here. This is a very important zone of liquidity. That makes sense to actually be looking to 85. In fact, our target is somewhere around 76. Remember, right here, slightly lower, right? So I mean, fine. Maybe he just don't want to risk it. Go here. Everything is going great, right? I mean, yeah, professional guy looking for some resistance area. Nothing out of the ordinary. Trying to maybe add to that position, going slower, maybe waiting for a rebound. Because right here doesn't mean that he's gonna open it up, right? It means, or it could mean that maybe he could look for something like that and open up his trade on the rebound, right? Not on the way down, but on the confirmation. So far, so good, right? And then he starts throwing a couple of things like, hey, you know what? My next target is gonna be 43. Really? Really? All right. I can still live with that, all right? You're gonna place that little face, right? But I mean, it is what it is. Maybe he's looking at something that I'm not, right? Let's just go check that out. And all the way, all right, maybe a whiplash, maybe going all the way down here and then extending, but something here? Oh no, really, right? I mean, he could have chosen this area, right? But no, it's actually going even farther low into an insignificant quote-unquote area. All right, maybe could be a collapse of the US dollar, which actually pumped the numbers, but maybe of the economy, maybe looking something like the COVID crash, right? When since crypto is backed up with fiat, might be pulling things downward, right? And then whiplashing all the way down and then back up. All right. I still make my face because I don't think so, but still there is a possibility. And then, right, comes the hilarious part. He says, yeah, you know what? I actually believe that things are going to be somewhere around the $8,000. That's where the actual liquidity price is of Bitcoin. So, really? I mean, yeah, one thing is 60K. One thing is 45K. One thing is, I don't know, 50K. But actually calling out 8K right now?
You heard it here first. Bitcoin is going to zero.
Danger Will Robinson. I mean, I don't really want to make that much of a of a joking here. I just personally think, I mean, last time I checked, YouTube still was a free place, right? And I could have an opinion on it. Oh, my opinion is that is a dump. That is a dumb target. I mean, all right, as a target, great, right? I mean, meltdown of the markets. I don't know. I still don't think that we could be going all the way to 8K. I don't know. 12, 20, maybe. But I mean, look at that. Don't really think so. And we'll be talking about a retracement out of like a 90% retracement. What is this? 2018? I don't know. I mean, all right, let's get it. Retromax says 6.9k. It's imminent. Nice. Say 6k. Let's go. All right, imminent. To 6.5k. What were we talking about? Retromax. Hey, send soul to hell. Let's go, Care. Somebody's been watching. What's up, Care? Welcome, my friend. Thank you for joining Crypto Site. Good morning. Good night. Good night to you, my friend. Great to have you around. Crypto Site. Hey, Week's wife. What's up? Gluck. What's up, Care? Who else we got here? I would love 8k, but is it realistic? Yes, absolutely. I mean, let me rephrase that. I think you got a point, right? Let's try to be respectful here. I mean, it's fine to make fun out of people. I mean, well, that's what I think, right? If you want to come and make fun of me, absolutely, great. I take it, right? So if I make fun of somebody, I'll take it off. Right? Infinite TTA, welcome. But I will say that in the rounds of possibility, this is like really unprobable, I would say, right? Or I don't know. But yeah, not realistic at all. At least not at this point, especially not having the doors open for institutional money, unless something like a, I don't know, financial doomsday it's approaching, right? Something like the black, what was it, the black? Like, I don't quite remember what day was it, right? The black something with all of the markets collapse and meltdown. Maybe. I mean, that will be very extremist. But we'll see. I mean, here's the backbone of the holders, right? That are never gonna sell the price of it. So everything, folks. Evening, folks. Evening. Welcome. All right, so let's check out Solana. Gary's here. He said, "Send it to hell." Let's go, Gary. All right, so we were trading actually Solana. We had an open trading here. Perfect. It played out fantastically. This area right here, taking some profit 6 in the morning, 7 in the morning. Well, then we have that crash. Perfect. We're still on a downtrend. It's time for me to clean this up. All right. And I mean, there's no denial. Here it is. That this is it. In fact, we were talking about, girl, right? Remember, we gave this entry point right here, but then moving up and then coming back down. So we are still not ready for that short. I mean, this is imminent. I think we're gonna do it. Maybe we're gonna do some higher highs in here. Maybe doing something like that, right? That will actually make sense. And well, then being here, it seems like we can still develop a little bit more in this, and then finally have our meltdown right there. So we're gonna be looking for that area of resistance. We already have it. We are gonna be adding an alert very close to here, and we're gonna be waiting for the flip of the ribbon. Okay, there's another scenario. Again, guys, what I've been telling you for the last 3 days, for this whole week, it is don't trust the markets, right? Don't trust the markets. So other than that, Retro Mike Tag, what's up, bro? Double shout out. So other than that, I think like we need to be a little patient in here. We're gonna get that entry, right? We're gonna get that beautiful entry, just like we did this one, right? Just like we did what was the other one, and I think we did also that one. Not quite remember the last one, but I think so. So we're gonna get it. I think we just need the rejection out of the dynamic reactor. I think this is a great area to start looking for that short. And once again, let's go back to Bitcoin and let's just get that little joke out of the place, out of the game, and let's talk serious, right? Right here we have a loud order block. Perfect. And remember what I mentioned, I think was it Monday or Tuesday? Not quite remember. This is a thick order block, a really thick order block, right? In fact, let me just get rid of this joke in here. It's a really thick order block, and mentioning today in the morning on the morning market report that, well, then maybe the buys are in here and the sells are in here. Then maybe this is just a mixed bag with a little bit of a diffusion layer between longs and short in here, right? That will make sense why we are coming up and then rejecting, passing the 50% of the thickness of that order block. All right. So far, I will say it's so good, right? But at the same time, we are creating this movement downwards, right? Lower low, lower high, and then again another lower low, and guess what? We could be having another lower high, or even maybe some double top ish in here, something like that, and then continuation. Let me ask you a question. I already know that you guys know the answer, right? What is it stronger, a loud order block or a soft order block? I would say that a loud order block, right? Even when this one is 80%, it's collective. Look at this, even it's twice the volume, right? Look at the volume matrix here. See that? So it's twice the volume. That's why one is loud and the other one is soft. So the point of this, it is that, all right, in this area, how many touches can this one hold? And let's just, for sake of the example, let's just guess that it can hold up to 2, right? Why is it 2? Because there's a 2 in here, right? It's, I mean, maybe this liquidity crap, it was 100k, right? Or 1.1k. And then the next one here is going to be another 1k. So basically getting rid of that liquidity. Then let me ask you, how many hits could this one hold, right? If it's double the size, it's double the resistance. Unless we see migration of the volume downwards in here, right? And I think that could happen. Some of these shorts that already think, hey, my opportunity, it's gone because the thing already has moved. In my entry, maybe they're saying, well, I already have that dead cat bounce, so I'm gonna be shorting back in here, or going for the opposite. Remember what we do, right? We like, or I like to counter trade most of the motions, right? So if I see it coming down, I'm preparing for a long down right down there, right? If I see it bouncing up, I'm preparing for the short up there, right? You see, like, I'm kind of like out of sync, or counteracting the movement, right? And that is because I'm trying to look forward. Hey, I mean, this is moving this way. What is the main trend and what is the rejection point? So I counter trade the rejection point, right? So really quickly there. So let's just say, let's go 100. What? In Iris. What were we talking about? I want to be 100 airs. What? What are we talking about, guys? I'm completely out of sync with the chat. I'm trying to catch up, but I don't really get it. All right, maybe somebody can explain me, fill me up with that. All right, so the point in here is that we might be seeing some migration lower here. So keep your eyes on this volume here and also on your VRVP. We might be having some change spike. Well, VRVP until we get here, we're gonna be seeing that real volume allocation, right? So it's a little awkward how to read that. Nonetheless, it's like a millionaire, but better. I want at 100 there. I tried to pronunciate that. But thank you for filling me in. We're not millionaires, we're 100ers. All right, you can be both affluent and in touch. Love it. All right, well, let's jump in with the wagon. All right, I just need to learn how to pronounce that. So other than that, let's get it. So we're gonna be looking for that rejection. And by the way, guys, thank you so much for filling me in. Really appreciate you guys with that. But we're gonna be looking for first a short somewhere around here, and then maybe a re-entry at the end of here or at the beginning of the next soft order block, right? But maybe in between those two, look at that, almost 1k, so it's 3 versus 4. So I think we can still maybe do something like that, maybe that double bottom. We'll see. But so far, short story long, right? The way that I like to do stuff. All right, short story long. I think we're still gonna be going slightly high, or then set up for a short, and we have a little bit more downside. Oh, let's get it. Kelly knows his retromine tech. Kelly knows. Love it. All right, so Bitcoin pumping, or a little bit pumping, means the rest of the icons also pumping, right? That's why we don't have a confirmed entry for those shorts, but we're looking at areas that we jump in, right? just keep that in mind, looking for that flip of the ribbon, trying to catch those shorts. LDO is going up, by the way, instead of going for this long. And what a bummer. It actually bounced out of here, right? We were talking about that yesterday. And we decided to go, or I decided to go for the better trade, but that's fine. That's fine. We're going to be looking for the next counter trade. All right. We're going to be looking for shorts tonight. And again, as always, we're not going to be doing it so aggressively. Still don't trust the markets. We need to move especially cautious throughout this week. First, the government is closed, not official numbers, all right? A second, what is going to happen if the government opens with a bump, right? It drops a bump. And third, well, then we're doing great, but Bitcoin might be retracing a little more. So we're going to be doing exactly that, going with the flow until we get a recuperation. What is our recuperation or bottoming pattern? Swing failure pattern, or higher low, any of those, right? Or the combination of both, which is going to be maybe a trend line breakout retest, and off we go. So this is going to be something that we're going to be looking to have somewhere around here, all right? So other than that, let's go check out Solana. Solana getting closer to that short position. Once again, we're looking for that short. Let me drop it in here again. Not too much of a stop loss, going lower. TP number 1 at 218, and again, this is not a confirmed entry, but we're looking for that possible entry as we have that flip of the ribbon right up there, right? Uni, it's a different story. It is just melting down, so we're gonna be aiming for another trade after again we have to flip the ribbon, but I think that we're gonna get it faster. So we're gonna be reusing this one, going for the previous high, maybe even lower in here. We get rid of this. This didn't play it out. That's fine. And we're gonna be looking for that continuation. Still, look at that. It's just changed screen on me. Just changed screen on me. All right. So still, if we want to go long, this was your entry. Not right now. Until we start breaking through. If we see it, we're gonna be aiming for the first resistance, not shorting it, holding, and then your entry, where off you go. Can we be missing this part? Yes, but again, we need to be extremely careful. I mean, we're trading multiple coins, and we need to be, of course, very, very careful. Right? So just saying, let's try to go for a shorting here. Let's add our possibilities because this one was a little bit complex. So something like that. And that one's gonna be, let's just draw actually the green one first. So other than this, all right. And let's just change the color of this one to, all right, perfect. So I think you get the point, right? Retests, entries, right? It could be even not full retest, but they could be even ranges, right? So just keep that in mind. And a little quick reminder, a little intermission, guys, click that like button. It really helps with the algorithm. So go ahead, it's free and it's KYC. No KYC on your like button. I long TAO at 3338. Perfect. We got it right here. 338. Oh, break of structure long. Look at that. Fantastic. Take some profits right now, by the way. Not financial advice, but look at that. Remember, we have a huge trend line here. We have a huge, trend line here. Look at that, coming all the way to back where the dinosaurs walked the world. Look at that, and we're getting it. Can we maybe be breaking through? Yes, but do you want to take the risk? I don't know, Kelly. It's up to you. But I would in that situation take some percentage out. You know, bag it for yourself. Secure something. Move your stuff to entry. You know the drill, right? But shout out to you. That was a great entry. Break of structured entry. Fantastic, phenomenal entry, right? Great, love it. We had the flip of the ribbon, confirmation candle at 335, and well, it seems like you basically enter right after that confirmation candle. Love it, love it. Telling you, Kelly, you're getting good at this. You're getting very good at this. Let's get it. All right. So I really like that. Love it, love it. All right, guys. Also, if you guys have if you guys are looking at something, if you have an open position, share it with me here. We're gonna be looking into it. Maybe I can give you my perspective, and of course, shout you out, guys. Let's go check out a couple of other things. I do remember that we looked into come on, ICP. All right, and can we get a long in here? Where we already are on our support area. We actually, if I'm not mistaken, oh no, it was memo. It was memo. All right, still we hit. There we go, our support area, and yeah, we did not ring that because it didn't had a freaking alert zone. But I was looking at it. All right, right here, and well, we could be just rushing up in here, maybe getting for a lower high. So far, we have another area right here, and we could start looking into an inner structure here. All right, what is going to be our inner structure? Something like that. If we get this or long it, all right, and then hold it here, take profits, breakout, retest, continuation. If instead of that we come back down, this is gonna be your short, all right, and take some profits as we bounce back up, and let's see where it's gonna be our area of rebound. Ooh, look at that. All right, so we're gonna be shorting it here because there's basically nothing in here. It's not like it's gonna rebound like that. Maybe it's gonna be doing this in here, and then like the classical range, and then a continuation, a strip of the lows, and then continue. All right, so we got this. We have this. We got this alert already set. Yes. And well, there's not much that we can go about this. Let's just add this alert right up here. We called out this high, all right? This high is going to be calling us, hey, come back to the charts, look for that retest, and then off we go. Gare, what's up, bro? Bro, if Solana breaks to the trend line, let's go check that out. Solana. I got it here. All right. If Solana breaks the trend line and retest, it will be happen with the reactor. Yes, it will. Well, great cut right there, my friend. Yes, you saw it coming. Will it bounce back, or because of the retest of the trend? Both of those. I mean, I'm not sure if I'm going with that, but let's just take a look at that. You are right. By the way, you are completely right. Not only that, this resistance will become a support. All right. Look at that. We have a liquidity zone in here. If we break that trend line, we are most likely gonna go and grab the liquidity, bounce off the resistance, and dynamic reactor is gonna be right down here. So we're gonna bounce in between dynamic reactor, in between this other support area, and then a continuation to next area. In fact, I'm gonna be going a little bit lower in between where I think dynamic reactor is going to be and the support zone. Yeah, great catch right there, my friend. Yes, if we make a pass through, and that's what I mean, it's gonna happen the same thing that was what is it, uni? Yeah, like we could be missing half of the trade on the way up, right? Same thing goes for Solana. I mean, it's just not there for us to catch, right? Because we are just so close to being a top that we just don't buy tops, right? So we need to wait for the breakout, and the breakout needs to come with a big body candle, right? Just like in here. I mean, this was a big body candle breakout, retest, and then continuation. The retest was a little bit too high, right? Same thing here. Maybe the retest could be a little bit too low. Yeah, absolutely. But the point is, as you mentioned, we need to break it. So reactor 1, here resistance going, but support on the retest long. Yes, exactly. Yes, exactly. And that is because once we break the area of volume, it kind of like it dissipates a little. So we need that big body candle going through the dynamic reactor, right? Which tells us, we found the soft spot. That makes sense. But yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. All right, let's go check some things else in here. We already are. Let's go check out SEC. Come on, man. We were looking for that short, right? Remember that we're still holding this long 25% in, right? We still have that 25% in. All right, good enough. But at this point, I'm just kind of like a breaking even. Well, not breaking even. 25%. This stopped out. I mean, right now with this recuperation, it just merged out of that or leach out of that 1 quarter minus those 250 out, right? So 25% of the 1 quarter. And this is just have shrunk a little bit, but still, I mean, we are still on profits. Stopped out. Not cool. I was actually expecting that flip back down, but it is what it is. Let's go check that out. Let's see where maybe we can do some another short and try it again. But I think that it is an incoming scenario. So there we go. Seems like we might be able to go faster or higher here. Oh, I see. Let me see. Let me turn this one off. Perfect. All right. So breaking the purple. Oh, don't move that. We need to, or I need to lock that one. Perfect. Breaking the purple line. Going to hit the blue line. Where is our rest? Where is our other predictive ranges? Right here. Perfect. That is gonna be the area I'm gonna be shorting. Again, not a given short, but I'm gonna be waiting for the price action to get there. In fact, I'm gonna get my alert a little bit below that area. So I think that's going to be a great area to look for the next possible short. I mean, guys, look at that. It's been playing out right now. We're going for the shorts, and the thing is just pushing. But how long could this push? I mean, it's been said that the markets can still go irrational longer than my wallet can hold it, right? And you pocket fine. Oh, look at this. Already have a reversal. Right, wasn't looking at this. A reversal signal here, which means we're getting ready to top out. It makes sense to maybe do one more push and going for that resistance. So let's get it. Let's send cash to 0.
You heard it here first. Bitcoin is going to 0.
Danger, Will Robinson. All right, so let's get it. My pleasure, Gary. Let's get it. Let's go check out crypto bubbles once again. Let's see what's moving. Let's try to burst out of our own bubble. Let's see what maybe we can either long or short. XPL. Plasma. I can trade this. Let's go check that out. Why not? So that is XPL. Let's go check that out. Now, what can I get rid of here? ICP? Yeah, ICP. Plasma, XPL. Bluffing. There we go. Yeah, bluffing. All right. So let's take a look at how long it's been around. Not much, right? So it's been around for around 2 minutes, 24 hours. Of course, a joke. It's been losing it very badly. We could be looking for that flip with the ribbon. That I don't think that we're gonna get a peak performance, but that means that we can go up, bounce off, and maybe continue this short, right? I don't think that we can squeeze much out of this. In fact, I would have liked to long this, but look at that ridiculous dead cat bounce. Come on, not even 50% or barely, no, not even 50% of the total drop. Oh man, that's embarrassing. That just got to be embarrassing. Plasma, what is it? What is this coin? I don't know. All right, so far, maybe we can grab it a little bit more, send it to 0. We'll add an alert right here or even lower. And that's it. Come on. Can I get my alert, please? Here it is. I'm gonna be making a manual trend line from top, going over there. And of course, locking this up and creating an alert into it. We'll see how that goes. At this point, I need to bring up my support and resistances that I don't have, of course, and my predictive ranges. All right, so predictive ranges tells me that the next target could be somewhere around the area, and VRVP not really well. That's where our liquidity is at. Very good. Let's go for it. All right, so yep. All right, so this is gonna be it. I think that we can long that from there. So short and long. We might be able to long it from here and to short it from here. All right, so that's gonna be what we're gonna be trying to do. Do not go so hard on this coin. treated as casino money. Let's see how that goes. Oh, plasma looking kind of bearish, eh? Yes, it is. Dochi, how's it going? Okay, I'm finally here. You're finally here, brother. You made it. You put Jesse to sleep. Love it. Hey, Olga, Ivanova, welcome, welcome. I took a huge up on Cash. That's Cash. Yes, but stopped. Why? Why is it huge? Let's go check that out. In fact, we just talked about it. Oh man, what is it? Where is it? Here it is. Remember, Olga, that we still had a long position. Remember, we still have it open. We still have it open. 25% still in. And remember, at that point, we're looking for a short somewhere around there, if I'm not mistaken. And our stop loss was something like this, right? So your stop loss should have been, calculate that, 8% out of a 21%, a quarter of an entry. So not even one full entry, a quarter of an entry. Not sure. That tells me, maybe I don't want to really guess on this, but just food for thought. Make sure that you are not over leveraging first, right? And second, that you manage your entries, right? We're trying to get, I mean, we're gonna get stopped outs. That's just inevitable, right? But look at how we always have a 25% left. Always, always, always. Every single trade that we take, we leave that final 25% at the end, even if it reverses on us and then stops us out at profit. That 25%, it's still there to cover for any counter trading that we might have. And also in case this is still going up, 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 it's going to compound into extra money that we can use, all right? So very good to hear that. Remember to manage your trade. Remember, for me, one entry equals 3% of my full wallet. So I'm not even making a one entry here. I'm doing a 1/4 of an entry because remember, all of this week we've been talking about this, right? Don't trust the markets. Don't trust the markets. Don't trust the markets. Neither up or down. Neither up or down. Right? So start to hear that. Keep your eyes peeled. We're also looking for another trade downwards here. I'm still not gonna let go on SEC. I think that if SEC is something that needs to go down, SEC is gonna do it tremendously, right? And bringing up our predictive ranges, we're looking at somewhere around 243. It's not a confirmed trade. We still need to wait for our reversal here. All right, our peak performance and our flip of the week. Keep your eyes up in there, Olga, and very sorry for that. But also, how it went with your what was it, BNB short? Did that play it out? That was a pretty good short. Remember, took it from here, right? Now we're looking for another short. And then also how it went with your link short. That was also a pretty good one. And your link long before. So I don't know. You should be on very nice profits. And remember this one, yes, it was a danger trade, still on profits, right? We're gonna leave it in here, and I'm gonna be moving my stop slightly below, right? Remember, if you are on profits and you want to cover for that loss, at least take some profits in here, right? Don't let it go, don't let it go. But yeah, you see it's going to zero. What? See, all right. Oh, keep your eyes peeled there. I know it's not cool to get some stopped out, but manage your risk. I know it feels slow, right, to make those little small entries, right? But compounding them, right, especially on this kind of like very shaky markets. I mean, come on. One thing is just dumping and SEC cash, it's pumping, right? How can you explain that? Well, there is an explanation, but the point is that we have volatility, right? We have a lot of volatility, especially on. So, say cash is not a meme coin, it's a legacy coin, but still, nothing that backs it up so far. No team that backs it up. All right, guys, so that is gonna be it for me today. Tomorrow we're gonna be also taking a look at a couple of other things, like for example, I see Litecoin. In fact, I like Litecoin. I want to check it out before we go out. That was LTC. Come on, I don't get it in important coins. How's that going? Oh, here it is. LTC. It is pumping. Let's go. I mean, dude, what? That mean what is another legacy coin? Ethereum, Litecoin. What was the other ones? Man, so long. XRP, XLM. Yeah. All right. So it actually caught me by surprise. Really impressed with Litecoin. All right. So we have our run up here. We have broken the previous high. At this point, if you are not, we're starting to go up, but just wait for this to flag out. I think that we need to wait for this to flag out, and then we can catch the next move. The outside. Let me bring out my support and resistances. Let's add a resistance 13 here. And I want to also look into my predicted ranges. This is still a good area. Long it. I'm also going to add another one for a rebound downwards. And maybe I'm going to be trying to come back in. Not maybe. I'm absolutely going to be trying to catch the next area here. Quick reminder, guys. Click that like button. It really helps with the algorithm. Other than that, thank you so much for joining. And as always, you guys are safe out there.
Bitcoin is going to zero.
Game over.